You want to be consistent. You want to be locked in. Then stop waiting for it to feel good, because real discipline doesn't feel like what you think. No one talks about this part. The part where it's not inspiring, where there's no energy, no applause, no motivation. Just you doing the thing over and over again. That's the real part. And that's where everything changes. We've been sold the idea that discipline is loud, that it's dramatic, that it's supposed to hurt. You watch reels of people sweating, screaming, beast mode 24/7, and you think that's what it takes. But the people you admire, the ones who make progress every year, they're not exploding with motivation. They're repeating boring things with precision every single day. Discipline isn't viral. It's quiet, humble, and repetitive. You see, there's nothing wrong with the David Goggins mentality. Waking up at 4 a.m., going for an early run, 5, 10, 12, 20 miles, doing 5 things in the morning, 10 things in the morning. Yeah, we see it everywhere. But there is a big flaw within that. Whenever you don't find those videos, when you don't have access to those videos, when you don't find something that sparks something within you, then that's where the real problem begins. There's a reason why most people quit around week 3. The motivation wears off, the novelty fades. No one's checking in on you anymore. And now it's just you and the boring work. That's the wall most people hit and bounce off. That's not the end. That's the beginning. The real discipline starts when the feeling dies, and it will die over and over again. It's right in front of my YouTube channel. 0 is not the end. It's the beginning. You see, I never understood the phrases less is more. I really didn't until now, where I'm starting from 0 and I feel like it's the end. I reached the point where it feels like the end, but quite honestly, it's the beginning. I have more experience. I actually have more tools to hand off to you with simplicity. And look, sometimes we don't expect within our amazing structure or plan to have an ending, or to have a sudden detour, or to have a closed road. And you now feel stuck. You now feel like, man, I worked for all these things or thing, and I feel like I need to start all over again. Well, this is why we're here, because this is what I'm doing. And we don't like to be seen starting from 0. But you know what? I'm going to glamorize this for you, because I actually have knowledge and experience to hand off to you. That way you don't feel alone, because it is a very lonely road, let me tell you. But I feel that I have the power, I have the drive to get these things to you in order for you to succeed. Because it sucks. You reach that wall and you're like, I don't know what to do from here. And when you finally reach a point where you want to go, we don't want to start from 0. We tend to pull ourselves away from starting from 0. Like, man, I've made all this progress. I've rolled my ankle. I laid off for a year and a half because I kept fighting with my ego. No, like I said, the David Goggins mentality. I could push through this. You know what? Screw my ankle. I could do more. Yes, I could do more, but I was actually in terrible pain. Luckily, I didn't have surgery, or I didn't need surgery, but it crossed my mind. I said, my ankle's not getting better, bro. Like, it's been half a year. What the hell's going on? And I need to start from 0 again. I lost fitness. I lost miles, I lost days on the track, but that was totally fine. I learned so much, and I'm actually very grateful for that lesson, because we're here now. You know, I've lived both sides, in training and in my creative work. When I was building my running base, I had No big goals at first. Just one rule. Move for 10 minutes every day. Didn't matter if it was perfect. Didn't matter if I was sore. That one rule anchored everything. Same with video. I wasn't waiting for creativity to strike. I showed up to the timeline, even when the edit sucked, even when I had no idea how to fix it. Look, you don't need 10 systems. You need one anchor, one non negotiable that you honor no matter what. Every elite athlete you admire, they're not addicted to intensity. They're addicted to structure, the boring routines. But the process is dead simple and very boring. Want to win? Master boredom. That's the key that no one tells you. Make boredom your training partner. It's just like running on the track. It is quite insane to see people going on loops over and over and over again. Yes, it is. From an outsider perspective, this is why you need to make boredom your training partner. I actually look forward to track days. There's a game within that. When you want to run faster, when you want to run longer, I'm able to track my laps, my miles, my intensity. And once you make progress, once you're able to run longer, once you're able to run faster, that game intensifies. You're actually looking forward to track days now. But then again, you have to master boredom, just like this. What drives me is the information that I'm providing to you, giving you structure, making sense of all this chaos out there that we see, the hustle culture, social media, go out there, the David Goggins and all these other people out there screaming at you from the screen. Go out there, just get it done. Wake up early and do these 10 things before you go to work, blah, blah, blah. It's just quite not like that. Especially when you're starting from zero, especially when you were like, you're probably like me. I started to run in my late 20s, early 30s. I never ran in my life. Where do I start? How do I go? How do I make progress? Yep, that's where the real challenge begins. And like I said, this is why I'm here. Nobody claps for your early morning runs. Nobody sees you film when you're tired. Nobody congratulates you for not quitting. But those moments, the invisible ones, that's where self-trust is built. Because discipline is about proving to yourself that you'll do it. Not for views, not for a single like, for you. And that's where discipline and mastery start meeting together. Because it is mastery. Mastering boredom is discipline. Doing it when no one's around, clapping for you, congratulating you. And during race day, if running is your thing, is your anchor, or doing push-ups, CrossFit, high rocks, anything else, signing up for a race is the celebration. You're going out there celebrating yourself. You might have your family on the sidelines, your kids, your wife, your husband. Yes, they're going to be there once you finish. But that whole race is a celebration of all those weeks, whether you're doing a half marathon, 5K, 10K, all those days, weeks, and months that you prepare for that one event, it's a celebration of all that. Yes, the adrenaline of PR, of running faster than you ever thought, or doing that alone, showing up for a race when you've never done it in your life, that is a celebration for you. You're running it. Your wife's not running it for you. Your husband's not running it for you. Your kids are not running it for you. You are showing up for you. So if you made it this far, here's my challenge to you. Fall in love with the process, not the praise. Get addicted to the action, not the outcome. Build the kind of discipline that's quiet, that doesn't need attention, that just shows up over and over again. Because if you can do that, you'll outlast everyone who's just chasing the hype. Now, with all that being said, I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. But before you leave, type down below in the comment section, still showing up. All right, some words of encouragement for you to keep showing up. And if you want more, because there is definitely more coming, subscribe, turn on all your notifications on, because there's a lot of content, structurized content, okay? Things that are gonna make sense to you and things you could actually apply in your life. Things that are not gonna be, hey, do these next five things, 10 things, things that aren't really feasible to most of us. Like, bro, we got a job, we got kids, we got things to take care of. These are going to be things that you can keep doing every single day, that one anchor. And I'm going to be here giving you the information every single day that I can, sitting down. And that's what excites me. Share this to somebody that also needs to hear these words of encouragement, because I'm seriously just simplifying everything. Let's keep showing up. All right, I'm done. I'll catch you in the next one.